Hi, Greg. How you
what's
doing?
up? How are you?
Nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you.
And appreciate you taking this time and going through this. You know, explain again. You had your floor done by someone else.
Great.
And you used a major brand.
Yep,
I
box
think
store.
it was, I think it was a Sherwin-Williams
Yep.
product, anyways. And kind of give me an idea what your experience with it was.
Well, with all the prep, like I said, we had a friend do it. Had to take everything out of the garage, make sure everything was good. Came in, did it, left cars out, all that stuff. Within a week, tire marks in the floor. It was crap. That's all it was. It was a terrible job. And you came along, and now I got a beautiful floor.
Thank you.
I mean, now it's beautiful. It's absolutely perfect. That's what I wanted right from the get-go.
Well, and that's the whole idea. So unfortunately, there was a lot more work, as I explained
Right.
to you. We ended up having to come in and strip off the old stuff, because when you have basically bare concrete, you want to anchor bond right to the concrete. When you put something down that's substandard and doesn't hold up really good, and in this case, it didn't really hold up. It didn't
Not at
have
all.
a good bond. And the tires, it left tire marks, and the hot heat from the tires, it kind of permanently stained it.
Oh, it did. It actually ruined it. Actually,
Yeah, in a very short time. So, and
less than a week.
it happens. And so the sad thing is then normal people, and in this case, we did it for you, and we're glad you gave us that opportunity. We had to strip it all off with a
Right.
diamond grinder, remove it all, which was a kind of laborious process. Then we had to patch all the joints and the cracks. Then we had to put down our system over it. And you can see it's a much better, more
Night and day difference. Night and day. Here's the thing. You try and save a little money, but you still have all the aggravation. You still have to take everything out of your garage, put it down, and if I would have started with this in the first place, in the long run, it would have cost me less money.
Oh.
Because you had to do it over again. And, you know, I didn't have time to do that, but now the floor is like how I envisioned it the first time. I couldn't be happier.
No, that's great. Awesome. Greg, you know, this is the way it's supposed to be. If
Right.
you're going to take the time to move everything out, you want to do a floor that is permanent. So it adds real value to your house. So you've got a real durable, solid floor that won't peel and chip up and
Yeah, right.
stain and do all the things. So you've had it now for, what, a couple months?
Yeah, 2 months.
Explain, you know,
Well, here, I'll give you an example. Last week I went and got an oil change. Came back in, left the car out of the garage, backed out, and there was oil drips. I said, oh no, here we go. I took a rag, literally paper towel, went shoop, 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 done. Clean, no stain, no nothing. I said, there we go.
yeah.
I mean, I take a mop, you know, now that it's getting rainy, a little snowy out, get a mop, shoop, shoop, shoop. It's like it's brand new. I mean, I'm telling you, I couldn't be happier. My wife's happy. It's awesome product, awesome.
I'm glad for you. If you notice, even the joints, everything's patched nice, so it's monolithic, and it won't capture all the dirt and the debris and everything, so it's going to maintain itself like this. And so it's got a good slip resistant, good aesthetics. Now you got.
Well, that's the other thing, Craig, is it's not slippery. It looks shiny and it looks slippery, but even my wife said it's not slippery. And what's kind of amazing, even though it's got that grit in it, when you go to clean it, you know, the mop doesn't stick, the paper towel doesn't stick, it just wipes right off.
You know, the interesting thing with this floor, although it's in your garage and you look at it, you appreciate it, but we use this exact same product in a 2 million square foot NASA facility in New Orleans, where they're building rockets, and it's a very hard environment. Believe it or not, you've got the same quality here in your garage that we do at NASA.
There you go.
and that was the whole idea, to actually create a do-it-yourself product that would really hold up, be a permanent product.
Right.
Add real value. You know, if you're gonna put up, you got a beautiful house, you know, put up a nice garage door, and you want it to last, you want everything to last
Right.
here. Well, that's what this is, meant to be a permanent.
It's, you know, when I started this idea in my head doing this, this is what I envisioned. When it was done, this is how it looked the first time around. Didn't get the results I wanted. So had I known, I would have just paid the little extra money it cost you and have it done right.
So Greg, you were mentioning that you really kind of had some issues with the other floor. Do you mind me asking, how did the contractor prep the floor when you originally got it done with the other product, the other floor?
Well, the lucky part is I have a personal friend. That's what he does. He owns a diamond cutting cement thing. That's who preps floors like that. So he offered to do it for free. He's just a friend of mine, so I figured, well, if we have him come and grind it, everybody was telling me prep, prep, prep. He ground it, and then we put that product, big box product. Well, obviously it wasn't the grinding, it was the product itself.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, you just get what you pay for. I mean, that product was subpar. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was.
Well, at least he tried to do the right thing. You know, he knew that creating a good mechanical profile so that the coating would bond was the right thing. So I just wanted to ask, because the floor really did fail in a lot of respects, and I was wondering if it was prepped correctly, and obviously it was. So typically people don't prepare their floors correctly, and that is the problem with some of the substandard products. But in this case, it was prepped correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him bring in big machine. You know, it actually took probably, I don't know how much, a 1/16 of an inch off the top.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was ground, dusty stuff everywhere, but it was the product. I don't think it was the prep part. But then you had to come in and take all that stuff off again, re-prep it. But now with a better product, this is what we get.
Well, in this case, that was the problem. The product was really substandard, but it was bonding good, which made the prep that much harder. You had to actually strip the coating literally off. It was bonding good, but it was just a weak coating.
Yeah.
And so you would have had an ongoing staining and ultimately wearing out. It didn't have good abrasion resistance. It didn't have good chemical resistance.
And it was slippery.
It was just,
Ooh, I went right through the wall, actually.
yes. So, well, interesting. I just
Yeah.
wanted to ask that question. And so, you know, the idea is that you have the right floor.
Prep, good product, results you want.
Exactly. I'm glad you're happy.
I'm very happy.
Awesome.
Thank you.